Hi guys, it's me Yobi Programmer and welcome to the lecture 2 of DBMS series. And let's define the data first. So data is the raw facts. It can be about an event, it can be about an entity or any other object you can assume, right? So these are the raw facts. And what is the information? So it is related to data which is processed. So you have some kind of context added into those raw facts, and now you are saying that is the information, right? uh, the schema, and this will be related to a database always, and it is the structure of data. And let's assume that it has base. So it is the structure of database which will be designed, right? And DBMS, it is a database management system, a whole package which is a collection of many programs. And what are the programs? Retrieve, update data. So a program for retrieve the data, a program to update data, a program to delete data, and so many things like that. To manage the data in the database, and to manage the different users of the database. So what are the users? Maybe there is an admin or a really special user called DBA, uh, database administrator, right? And super users are also there, right? Or any other employee uh, which will be under the DBA. So he will uh, allow him or make him a special ID through which the new employee can retrieve, update, or do other things with the data, right? So management of users are also the uh, part of the DBMS or function of the DBMS, right? So DBMS is really costly, not really, but yeah, it's comparatively costly to the file management system, but really beneficial. So it's really recommended in the large scale development processes, right? It is costly because you need proper staff with experts, right? So you have to hire the employees with the database knowledge, so that they can handle your database storage systems, right? And let's see where this database management system is present in the whole scenario, right? So position of the database system. So you got your database at the very bottom here, database, and then you have DBMS. So on top of it, on top of the actual data, you have the DBMS, and then there are these apps, and I will talk about them a lot. And then there are the users. So a user is using an app, and this app is fetching, retrieving, or doing some stuff with the data, or displaying the data, right? So it is not talking to the data directly. So it is going through a boundary or a obstacle, which is DBMS. So it will always talk to the DBMS, which will be a manager for the data. So it will not talk to them directly, right? So that's the main advantage of this database. Otherwise, in the file system, this app will also talk to their corresponding data, and this app will have their own data, and this app 3 will have their own data. So there will be three data storages, but in the DBMS you got only one, and this will be enough, right, to do all the functionalities. And let's talk about three levels of data. So at the first level, you got real world data, like your name, your age, right? Then you have the metadata, which is like data about data. So you have your name, and name will be type string, which will be of text, right? You can't write your name in the integer format, right? But you have your age, and this can be written as integer or float format, right? So this is the metadata and the data occurrence, so actual values of the data. So name is the Obed, and age is the 21, right? Then you have users of database, because database management system can have many users, and many like employees or people want to use the data to do their tasks, right? So first we got the application developers. So in any organization you got application developer, which will be using data to develop the application to do specific task. Let me give you an example. So it let's say in the organization, a developer is hired to develop the system for the salary of the employees, right? So it will automatically generate the paychecks for the employees. So this application data will use the salary data from that database, right? To build that paychecks for all the employees. So these are the application developers. Then we go to the end users. These are the actual users of data, they are the ones for which you are developing the system, for which you are developing the applications, right? And then you have the DBA, which is like central control authority of all the databases, right? So there are many functionalities of this person, so this person will be really expert in the database technologies. So he will define the schema is the structure of the database, as we have talked about it earlier in the lecture 1. Then he will manage users of the database, like there will be many users, as I talked about, admin and other employees, right? So he will manage those, and then he is responsible for backing up the data and disk space management. So if data is increasing significantly, then he has to take care of the disk space. So he will tell the authorities, or the at the higher post, CEO maybe, like we need budget to buy some disk space for the data, right? So that was it for the lecture 2, and I will meet you in the lecture 3 of DBMS. Thanks for watching.